Hey students, welcome back to Jaya's classroom. In today's video, I'll continue the topic transportation in plants from the chapter life processes of class 10 CBSE. The concept for day 3 is characteristics of xylem tissues. As per the study technique I had mentioned earlier, please read the content from your textbook of the concept characteristics of xylem tissues and then come back to my video. After you have read the content, what you have to understand is water and minerals are absorbed from the soil by the roots of the plants and transported to various parts of the plant like the stem, leaves, flower, etc. This is done through the xylem tissues. Under this concept, what you have to learn is that the water and minerals move from the roots of the plant to its leaves through two kinds of elements of the xylem tissue. One is the xylem vessel and the other is the tracheates. So, let us study the xylem vessel in detail. Let us understand the characteristics of that. Xylem vessels are a non-living long tube made up of many hollow dead cells that run from the roots of the plant right to the stem, and they branch out into every leaf of the plant. So, it runs from the root to the up to the stem and also branches into every leaf of the plant. So, have this in mind. Just imagine the pathway of the xylem vessel right from the root up till the stem and branch it into every leaf of the plant. End walls of the cells are broken, so a long open tube is formed. So, the end walls are broken, that is why it forms a long tube. Xylem vessels do not contain the cytoplasm or nuclei. This is very important. The wall of the xylem vessels are made up of cellulose and lignin. So, this is a new term which you will have to learn in your vocabulary. Lignin is a very hard and strong substance that provides strength to the stem and helps the plant stay upright. Clear? Next, xylem vessels have pits in their cell walls. So, the word pit, the word lignin, the word cellulose has to be kept in mind. The word cytoplasm or nuclei has to be kept in mind. Pits are thin areas that have unthickened cellulose. So, these are the characteristics of the xylem vessels, and as you explained, you will need to also learn the structure of these xylem vessels with the help of a diagram. If you see, the gap where end wall of the cell has been broken, and this is the pit, that is the thin area of the cell wall which has the cellulose. Okay? It is thickened cellulose. This is the thick wall containing the lignin. Here is the space containing no cytoplasm. Okay? And these are the remains of the end wall. So, please learn the diagram of structure of xylem vessels, and also along with the diagram learn the characteristics of xylem vessels and write it down as practice. Next, we will see the characteristics of tracheates. As I said, you will have to learn the spelling of tracheates. Tracheates, you can write down this spelling and split it as syllables. You can see this, tracheates, and you can practice that spelling about 3 or 4 times in your notebook. This can be done for any difficult words that you come across in your concept. So, tracheates are long, thin, spindle shaped cells with pits in their cell walls. Water flows from one trachea to another through these pits. Tracheids are dead cells with lignified walls and do not have open ends, so they do not form dead cells. Tracheids are elongated cells with tapering ends. Can you see this? It's got tapering ends. This is the pit from which water flows from one trachea to the another. Tracheids are elongated cells with tapering ends. Although they are not completely open, tracheids have pits in their walls, so water can pass from one trachea to another through these pits. Clear? Now, one of the facts here is that although all plants have tracheids, they are only water conducting tissue in non-flowering plants. Just have this as a general knowledge. So, learn the structure of the tracheid also. You can label the diagram and also mention the characteristics. Clear? The characteristics, you can say that they are long, thin, spindle shaped cells with pits in their cell walls. Water flows from one trachea to another through these pits. How is it able to through? Because these are the walls of their tracheids have pits, right, and that is why they are able to pass from one trachea to another, and these are elongated cells with tapering ends. Tracheids are dead cells with lignified walls, so the walls are lignified and do not have open ends. Clear? Now, let us go to the next section, which is our practice questions. So, I have given a couple of practice questions. Write a short note on xylem vessels. Name the conducting tissue in plants which is made up of dead cells. What substance or substances are transported in plants by xylem vessels and tracheids? They can ask you also phloem, B as phloem. Write a short note on tracheids, or sometimes you can just be asked, draw the label diagram of tracheid and explain its characteristics. Clear? So, please answer these questions. You can send your answers to my email ID jayavirtualclassroom@gmail.com. I hope you liked the video. If so, please like and share it with your friends. Do leave your comments in the comment box given below. Also, subscribe to my channel so that you can be updated about my further videos. This is Jaya's Virtual Classroom, where learning never ends. I will see you in my next video. Thank you very much.